Have you ever wondered how millionaires really build their wealth? Well, the surprising thing is, it's not some big, guarded secret. It's actually a system, a set of powerful habits that are totally repeatable and yeah, totally learnable. So let's dive in and break down that system step by step.
So, the big question, is hitting that millionaire status just about getting lucky, or is there a real system to it? The answer is pretty clear. It's a system. The best way to think about it is like you're building a pyramid. It's not random. It requires a solid plan, and you have to construct it carefully, piece by piece, starting right from the ground up.
And just like any solid pyramid, it all starts with a foundation. But here's a twist. When it comes to building wealth, that foundation isn't how much money you start with. Nope, it's your mindset. Seriously, if you get this part right, everything else we're about to talk about becomes so much easier.
Now, this mindset really stands on 4 key pillars. First up is a commitment to always be learning. You got to stay curious. Then, you need a goal-oriented approach, so you have a clear North Star guiding you. A huge one is having a positive and proactive attitude, taking total ownership of your finances. And finally, you got to have an abundance mentality, which is all about seeing opportunities where other people only see roadblocks.
You know, this proactive attitude is a total game changer. It means you stop being a passenger in your financial life and you get in the driver's seat. So, for example, when the market takes a nosedive, you don't panic. You might even see it as a sale, a chance to buy in. An unexpected bill isn't a catastrophe. It's just a problem that you'll figure out how to solve. You are in control.
All right, with that mindset as our foundation, it's time to build the next layer of the pyramid, the engine. This is where the philosophy turns into actual practice. It's all about the nuts and bolts of your monthly cash flow, what's coming in, and maybe more importantly, what's going out.
Okay, this might be the most repeated piece of financial advice out there, and for a very good reason. It's the most powerful. But listen, this isn't about being cheap. It's about being intentional. It means you have to actively fight against lifestyle inflation. You know that trap where you get a raise and suddenly your spending magically rises to meet it? Yeah, it's about avoiding that and putting that extra money to work for you instead.
And here's where we see a huge shift in thinking. For most people, income comes in, bills get paid, they spend some, and then they save whatever's left over if there's anything left at all. The millionaire habit completely flips that script. They pay themselves first. Saving and investing isn't an afterthought. It's the most important bill you have to pay every single month.
So what does paying yourself first actually look like? Well, a really popular and simple framework is the 50-30-20 rule. The idea is dead simple. 50% of your after-tax income goes to your absolute needs, housing, food, that kind of stuff. 30% is for your wants, the fun stuff. And that last 20%, that's non-negotiable. It gets sent straight to your savings and investments. And the secret weapon to making all of this happen without even thinking about it? Automation. You set up systems to do the heavy lifting for you. For instance, your 401k contribution gets taken right out of your paycheck. You set up automatic recurring transfers to an IRA. You could even use robo-advisors to manage everything. The point is to take willpower and emotion completely out of the equation, so your wealth engine is just always humming along in the background. Okay, so you've got this solid savings system in place, and now you have the fuel. The next layer in our pyramid is all about growth. It's about how you turn those savings into some serious wealth through long-term investing. This really gets to a huge shift in perspective. Building real wealth isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. It means you're not sweating the daily ups and downs of the market. You're not trying to get rich quick. You're playing the long game, harnessing the unbelievably powerful force of compound growth over decades.
And another thing, millionaires don't bet the farm on one horse. It's all about diversification. As you can see here, different assets do different jobs in your portfolio. Stocks are your growth engine. Bonds are there for stability, kind of like a shock absorber when things get bumpy. And real estate can provide that nice, steady cash flow. It's all about building a portfolio that's tough and can handle some ups and downs.
So a common way to split things up, especially when you're younger, might be something like an 80-20 rule. If you've got decades before you need to touch this money, you can afford to be a little more aggressive. So you might put 80% into stocks for that high growth potential and keep 20% in bonds just to smooth out the ride. Of course, that mix will change as you get closer to retirement, but the basic principle of balancing risk and reward stays the same. Okay, we've laid the foundation with our mindset, we've built the engine for saving, and we've got our growth strategy with investing. The final piece at the very top of the pyramid is the accelerator, creating multiple streams of income.
I mean, think about it. Just relying on a single paycheck from one job is pretty risky, right? What happens if that job goes away? The research is super clear on this. Most millionaires have several different ways that money is flowing in. This doesn't just speed up how fast you build wealth, it also gives you a crucial safety net.
And a huge piece of this puzzle is the hunt for passive income. This is kind of the holy grail of financial freedom, right? It's money that your assets earn for you, even when you're sleeping. It's all about flipping the switch so your money is working hard for you instead of you always having to work hard for your money.
And listen, passive income isn't some abstract pie-in-the-sky dream. It's very real. It's the dividends you get from your stocks. It's the interest paid out by your bonds. It's that rent check that shows up from an investment property. It could even be royalties from a book or an online course you created years ago. Every single one of these extra streams makes your financial life that much stronger.
So, there you have it. We've walked through the entire wealth-building pyramid from the mindset at the bottom all the way up to multiple income streams at the top. But, as you know, the most important part of any plan is actually taking that first step. And that brings us right back to where we began. You can read every book on budgeting, you can study investing charts all day, but honestly, none of it's going to stick if that foundational mindset isn't in place. Getting your head right, adopting that proactive, goal-oriented, abundance mentality, that is the real starting line.
Building this pyramid, building real wealth, isn't about doing everything all at once. It's about laying one block perfectly, and then the next one, and then the next. So the question I want to leave you with is this. Looking at this whole system, what's the one block, the one single habit that you can start laying today?